Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we visit the East Brunswick Independent Fire Company, District Number 2, as Denise Contrino talks with Captain Edward Fox about how to volunteer for the company and some special events taking place at the firehouse. Plus we have information on 2 upcoming events that take place at the East Brunswick Public Library. Springfest will be held on March 3rd and is sponsored by the Indian Cultural Society and the India Association of the Garden State. And the third and final segment of the Cultivating Social Change Through Art and Media program will take place on March 7th. All this, plus Ron Brandsdorfer, the recipient of the 2012 Friends of the East Brunswick Recreation and Parks Advisory Board Award, stops by the studio to talk about this honor and how he earned it. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Denise Contrino at the East Brunswick Independent Fire Company with Captain Eddie Fox talking about how residents can learn how to become a firefighter. So Eddie, I understand that East Brunswick Fire District Number 2 is holding a membership drive for residents who may be interested in becoming a firefighter. Can you tell me about that?
Like the entire township, Fire District 2, the East Brunswick Independent Fire Company is completely volunteer. So we're always looking for people to, come help us out. We're always looking for new members. You could start here at the age of 16 as a cadet member, which is what I did. I've been here for the last 9 years since then. It's a big family. As far as joining goes, you just need to come down to the firehouse, pick up an application, and general qualifications, we pretty much will train you. We'll teach you how to do everything. It costs no money to you, and you get to serve the community. So really, if you're in good health and under the age of 35, we could take you right away.
Okay, are there any, other than the age restriction of being under 35, are there any physical restrictions that you would prefer residents didn't have so that it didn't put them or the fire company at risk?
It would never hurt to come here and try. Absolutely not. We would tell you generally anything with a heart condition, if you're cleared medically by a doctor, there's nothing we can really say or do to keep you out or to get you in. But as long as you're in good physical shape, good health, and good everything else, I mean, it is, as much as it's a volunteer fire department, it's still the same job everybody else does. So you have to be in good shape to do the job.
And what kind of things do firefighters do other than obviously running into a building while everyone else is running out?
Well, we do all kinds of things all the time. This firehouse alone, there's somebody in it almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we respond to about 950 incidents a year just in this district alone. So we do everything from cutting people out of cars, going to fires, different car fires. We go to other towns to help them with their fires, tons of alarms, CO, all kinds of things we do.
And if residents wanted to find out more information, do you have a website or a Facebook page that they could go to?
You could find out a lot of information actually on the internet about us, www.ebifc.com, or you can like us on Facebook, East Brunswick Independent Fire Company.
So what type of training would you provide residents who are interested in becoming a firefighter?
We do a lot of in-house training here. We have a lot of great leadership, a lot of great officers in this fire department, and we do a lot of training here. We can pretty much teach you how to do everything. Then we also have a fire academy that every firefighter in New Jersey has to attend, and that's a 180-hour program at the Middlesex County Fire Academy. But we'll teach you everything here, basically from, starting a saw to raising a ladder to what kind of hose you should use on what kind of fire.
So do you have any events coming up that you'd like our residents to know about?
May 4th of this year, we're going to be celebrating our 75th year in service as a fire department, and we're going to have a big event here at the firehouse. That's 216 Joseph Street. And if anybody wants to come out and see the firehouse, come have a good time with us, then absolutely come out and check it out.
And if residents wanted to make a donation to the fire company, do you know where they could send donations to?
Every year, we send out 2 fund drive letters throughout the year that all the residents that are in our district receive. You could obviously send us a check back with that if you want, or you could stop down to the firehouse, give us a donation anytime you want. We're here working for free, most of us, all the time anyway, so a little bit goes a long way here.
So thank you very much, Eddie, for all that you do as one of our volunteers, and to all the volunteers of East Brunswick Independent Fire Company and all the fire districts in East Brunswick. We really appreciate what you do for the residents, and I don't think residents understand fully the amount of time and effort you guys put into keeping them safe and their properties safe as well. Yeah,
thank you. We appreciate it. And even just a quick little thank you goes a long way for all the guys. A lot of times people work their jobs, then come here and volunteer to do this, so if you see a guy all tired hanging out of the fire truck, just, say thank you once in a while, and it goes a long way.
It doesn't cost anything to say thank you, and it sure does go a long way. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
everyone, and namaste. My name is Seema Mundra, and I'm here to invite you for our next program, Springfest, organized by the team of Fusion 2013. Agraj Seva Kendra, Indian Cultural Society, India Association of Garden State, East Brunswick Public Library, and Enjoy Explore India. I'm sure after the last blizzard, everyone is ready to put their coats and enjoy the good weather. And we have just an event planned for you to do that. Please join me on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. at the East Brunswick Library for Springfest, a fun afternoon planned for you with fun and games to celebrate spring, Indian style. And to tell us more about the activities planned for you, I'm joined by Ms. Shilpa Parikh, one of the event organizers from India Association of Garden State. Welcome, Shilpa, to the program.
Thank you, Seema. It's my pleasure to be here and represent association.
Thanks for coming. And I know your organization has organized a spring event for the library for many years. Before we go into the event, could you tell me a little bit more about your organization?
Yeah, sure. ISGS formed in 1976. Our mission to pass our cultural values and tradition to next generation by doing culture programs and information session for youth. And we conduct the program to enhance cultural awareness.
Wow, that's really interesting. And it's such a great way to bring the community together. You know, as I think about it, I find like we have more in common than we have as differences. And one such common thing that brings the entire world together, I guess, is the coming of spring. And there are celebrations around the world to celebrate spring. So how do we celebrate spring in India?
Yeah, you know, the India is a diversified country, and every state is celebrate spring different ways. So one of the most common celebration is the spring harvest, and we play games, we go to fairs, family get together.
That sounds like much like what I did when I was a young kid in India, and I actually really enjoyed these cattle fairs and all the fun things we were able to buy, you know, when we went for these fairs. So what do you have planned for Springfest on March 3rd for everyone?
Yeah, it's very exciting. In March 3rd, we have focus on games, which is outdoor, indoors, which play in India or originated from India. And these games are chess, snake and ladder, Indus, and many more.
Wow, that's just like the kind of games we played when we were growing up in India. I remember playing snakes and ladders with my grandmother on hot summer afternoons in summer vacation, and also getting together with kids on the street and organizing tournaments and neighborhood teams. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Are the audience going to be able to play these games with us?
You know what, Seema, we're going to set up tables for each game. And our team is going to demonstrate games to audience, and audience can join us. It's going to be very exciting.
So for all those who are listening to us, I hope you're planning to come for this event and play games with us on March 3rd. I know dancing is a big part of festivities and spring celebration. So are you planning to showcase that?
Yes, how can we miss that, Seema? This dance folk is from Gujarat. It's called Dandiya Ras. It's very popular here.
I know, because I go for it every October and November to different venues around New Jersey. So it is a lot of fun. But will the audience be able to learn this folk dance?
Yes, that's our goal, to spread, this Dandiya Ras. Dandiya Ras is like we're going to teach myself, choreographer, and the teens. They're going to teach and demonstrate Dandiya Ras to audience, and they also can join us later.
I'm looking forward to that, because Dandiyas are so much fun. And, when you play with them and keep beat with them,
yes.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that, you're going to be teaching the audience and everyone can take part in this fun dance. But I'm sure after all the dancing and playing that you're going to make everyone do, they're going to be hungry.
Yes.
So do you have like Indian food?
Yes, food is a very important part of each festival. So yes, people can enjoy Indian sweets and many more foods at festival.
Mouth-watering and delicious. So I'm really looking forward. I hope you have samosas there.
Yes.
And thank you so much, Shilpa, for telling us about all the activities you've planned for Spring Fest. And so I invite you to join us for this beautiful festival, the celebration of spring and the good weather. And so I hope to see you on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. at the East Brunswick Public Library for an afternoon of fun and games, dancing, sampling of foods, and all the things we have planned for you. So thank you, Shilpa, for telling us about these activities, and I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Hello, my name is David Lonsky, and I'm the president of East Brunswick's Recreation and Parks Advisory Board. The RPAB is comprised of citizen volunteers dedicated to parks, recreation, the arts, and conservation in the township. Each year, the RPAB recognizes individuals or organizations that have made a difference in these areas in our township. In 2012, recipient of the Friends of the RPAB Award is Ron Brandsdorfer. Ron, congratulations and welcome. Your dedication and commitment are truly inspiring and greatly appreciated. Ron, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your family?
My pleasure. First of all, Dave, thank you very much for having me today, and it's a pleasure. Also wanted to thank the RPAB for this award. I really do appreciate it. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, my wife Pam and I have lived in East Brunswick for over 25 years, I guess close to 30 years now. The years go by very quickly.
Sure do.
And we have two sons, Josh and Evan. We are a sports family, so both of my sons have been actively involved in a number of the sports programs in town, play baseball, basketball, all of the various sports, but in particular, we've always been a soccer family. So when my elder son, Josh, who's now at the University of Miami, he's in law school at Miami, so way back when, 20 years ago or so, when he first got involved in soccer, I was a soccer player, grew up playing soccer, so it was natural that I wanted to get involved and assist and become a coach at that time. So I got involved working with my son Josh about 20 years ago, and here we are, 20 years later, and I'm still involved and really loving every moment of it.
It seems like the normal transition is from being involved with your children, coaching, then onto the board, and then onto bigger and greater things.
Absolutely. Certainly was the case in my case. I really so enjoyed, I've always enjoyed coaching and so enjoyed, working with Josh, and I coached him from the time that he started in Superstars as a 4- and 5-year-old up until the point where he had, advanced to travel. And at that same time, my younger son, Evan, who's 22, he at that time started to play soccer as well. So when Josh moved on to the travel program, I devoted more of my time to coaching Evan's team and really coached Evan and his friends all the way through high school. Most of the players that I coached and the players that we had on our team went on to be part of the high school team and the varsity team, and a number of those boys also went on. I'm very proud to say a number of those boys went on to play in college. In fact, my son Evan played soccer at Temple University and is currently playing semi-professional soccer in Scotland,
oh, wow.
Interestingly enough, and working on a master's degree in coaching. So he wants to be a collegiate soccer coach. I guess the connection is there.
The bug.
The bug is there, and he certainly caught that bug early. I think both of my sons did. So as I say, very much a soccer family.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the soccer club and its evolution, into the top soccer program?
Sure, my pleasure. When I got involved in the soccer club originally as a coach, my plan was always to get involved. I remember when I was a youth growing up, the impact that the coaches and other people who ran the various sports programs that I was involved in, that was very important to me. And I noticed that, and I knew the time and effort that it took to make those programs effective. So I always planned to be an active member, not just a coach, but really get involved and try to help. So for many years, I was actively involved in the club. I was on committees. I was involved in our annual Labor Day tournament, all of those things. And when my younger son, when Evan completed his soccer time, that's when I decided, okay, this is really the time for me to get as involved as I possibly can. So I was elected president of the club and served for a number of years as president of the soccer club at that time. When I came on as president, what I was really, hoping to do with the club was to make sure, first of all, that we had our priorities straight. The club is such a great club, and it's such a great opportunity for the kids to participate in sports. I just wanted to make sure that we were, trying to remind everyone it's about fun. It's about an activity, a fun activity for the kids, for their parents. But there are also values about teamwork and working hard and preparing and good sportsmanship. I wanted to make sure that as a club we continued that tradition, something we've always done, but I wanted to make sure that we're continuing to emphasize that. One of the places, though, that I did see a gap was that we did not have a special needs program, something that a number of the other programs and sports programs in town had, and had done such a fantastic job. And we realized, I think, that there was an opportunity there. So I connected with the U.S. soccer program, something called Top Soccer, the outreach program for soccer. Along with a couple of my board members at that time, Russell Gale and Don Mastro, and also a parent, Frank Harris, we all went to a training class to learn about Top Soccer with the thought that we could bring such a program to East Brunswick. We were blown away by the quality of that program and the importance of bringing it to East Brunswick, and really thought it's something that not only we needed to do at that time, but probably something the club should have done many years ago. So I think one of the smartest things we did at that time is we connected with some of the other sports programs in town, football, baseball, basketball, some of the programs that have done such a great job running special needs programs, so we could learn as much as we could about those programs. Once we did, and once we felt we had a strong footing, and this is about 2 years ago, we decided we were ready to launch the program. And it actually was my successor as president of the soccer club, Jim Harmon, and his wife Jen, who really got the program off the ground. I had set kind of the foundation and the groundwork, and Jim and Jen did such a great job getting the program organized with the help of a couple of other people in town. Lara and Anthony Mazzucchetti played such an important role in getting the program to where it is today. And we are so excited about, in 2 years, where we've taken this program. They're now...
Obviously, before we get too far into it, for those that may not be familiar, why don't you describe a little bit about what the program is and who's involved, and how someone might get involved if they want.
That's great. Happy to provide the commercial, which is why I'm wearing the shirt. As I say, it's called the Outreach Program, Top Soccer. It's for special needs of all kinds, and we're able to provide this program to a wide range of age groups. So we have younger children, we have some people into their late teens that are participating as well. The program runs every Saturday in the fall and spring, so obviously when the weather allows, at Heavenly Farms. We have right now about 30 participants, which we're just thrilled about. There are about 30 people, young people who play every week. And the great thing about the program is we have buddies. Each one of the participants in the program is assigned a buddy, and those are high school students, either from East Brunswick High School or neighboring communities. And our high school kids come every week and are assigned a player, and they work very closely one-on-one with the players just to make sure they're learning the game, they're having fun, and addressing any issues that may arise. So it's a great dynamic between the buddies and the players themselves. And as I say, every Saturday, Heavenly Farms, Top Soccer, it's a fantastic program. We'd love to continue to grow the program, not necessarily in numbers. We have no goals to double or triple the size of the program. We're just thrilled that we have the opportunity to serve such a broad community in East Brunswick and surrounding communities.
And if someone out there has a child or a young adult that may want to participate, how would they go about registering? Mm-hmm. And same thing with a buddy. If someone wants to volunteer to be a buddy, how does...
Great question. Very simply, just go to our website. So it's the soccer club's website, so ebsoccer.com, nice and simple. And on the navigation bar, there's a tab that says Top Soccer, so you can click right in there, get whatever information you need about becoming part of the Top Soccer program, either as a participant or as a buddy. And there's also lots of information for the parents as well, so they understand a little bit about the program, what we're trying to do, and exactly how the program works.
It's great. It really is a great program. I usually like to end if there's an anecdote or some story that you'd like to relay about the program, something that happened, to humanize and personalize the program a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Dave, that there's a single anecdote that I can point to. I think the nice thing about it is soccer is really a simple game. It's a beautiful game, it's a very simple game, and it's a very easy game to teach. And I think we've seen that with the kids in our Superstars Recreation Travel Program. We're now seeing that as well with the kids in Top Soccer, that they pick up the game. They're very excited every week to come to our fields to participate in Top Soccer. And we see that quite frankly, throughout the program, throughout, I think, the East Brunswick Soccer Club. And what we've tried to do, both with Top Soccer and I think with the club in general, is just make sure that the kids in the program have that sense of pride of what it means to be part of the East Brunswick Soccer Club with our long tradition, what it means to wear a jersey that says, East Brunswick or EBSC, as we like to say, look, Heather O'Reilly wore that same jersey. And, that in itself is something, obviously, that we're very proud of, and it's a tradition we like to continue.
Well, Ron, once again, thank you for coming in. Thank you for all your volunteerism, your enthusiasm and energy. Congratulations on being the 2012 award recipient. I encourage everyone to enjoy the great art performances, the wonderful parks, both indoor and outdoor recreational facilities that this township has to offer. Our dedicated municipal employees and incredible volunteers working together make our township the great place that it is to work and live. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone and namaste. I'm here to invite you to the third and final segment of our exciting program, Cultivating Social Change Through Art and Media, that will be held on Thursday, March 7th at the East Brunswick Public Library from 7 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. I welcome you to attend the lively panel discussion on how arts and media has promoted cross-cultural understanding, inspired social change, and opened up opportunities for people in communities across the world. We will be joined by Mrs. Ramya Ramnarayan, Artistic Director of the Nrityanjali Institute of Dance, Dr. Debotri Dhar, Professor in Indian Cinema Studies from Rutgers University, and Mrs. Navneet Palla, New Jersey Policy and Outreach Coordinator and Consultant from SALT, South Asian Americans Leading Together. The panel discussion will be moderated by Mary Ellen Firestone, Director of the East Brunswick Public Library. You've already enjoyed the graceful Indian classical dance presentation by Mrs. Ramya Ramnarayan and her students, showing us how Bharatanatyam, through the universal language of dance, has helped people connect with Indian values and cultures across the world. The fun and interesting lecture on Bollywood films by Dr. Mahali Sain highlighted the globalization of Indian cinema and how it has become instrumental in driving significant social change within India and around the world. Television, theater, internet, and social media continue to widen our outreach and open new channels of communication. I hope that you will join me and the panelists to engage in a spirited discussion on how it has specifically influenced our own communities here in New Jersey. Once again, a quick reminder that the panel discussion on cultivating social change through art and media will be held at the East Brunswick Public Library on Thursday, March 7th from 7 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. This program is funded by a grant from the New Jersey Council for the Humanities and sponsored by Agrich Seva Kendra, East Brunswick Public Library, and Enjoy Explore India. I look forward to seeing all of you at this event. Thank you.
We're Girl Scout Troop 80082. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.